Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Michael Deering's monthly hardcore challenge for the month of December. This is Red with a K. Let's get rolling right off the hop here. The last episode, we were looking for some testificates. We managed to kind of traverse our way over to this region here. Kind of wait for the terrain to load up just a little tiny bit so we can see where we're going. Now, I believe we came from that way. Yes, indeed. And we are kind of moving around the top plateaus here, seeing if we can see anything up on the flat areas. How are all of you good folk, you cats and kittens, and boys and girls and everybody of all makes and kinds? I hope you're doing very, very well. I myself, I am doing okie dokie. I am over my in-laws and outlaws staying at my house now. I've got one left who we can't shake. They won't go away. And we love them to death, though. And that is my brother-in-law, who comes twice a year for a week to watch my baby girl. And I think I had mentioned that in the last episode. So we came down this hillside, down over here, across the front of this cave, and up over here. So I thought we'd take a quick look, and then we'll keep the biome, our biome, to our right and continue on in that direction. There we go. Whoa! But we had our potluck last night, which was fantastic. I think on the Twitter box I had posted up some statistics from that. A lot of people. I think we had a total of 16 people or so. A couple of lady friends of ours that are pregnant. A bunch of children. And a whole lot of wine and rum and eggnog devoured. It was a fantastic time. One of those beautifully festive times that seemingly don't happen throughout the year. We were very lucky. We were blessed by the people who were over. Because anytime we get this group together, it is a good time. It does not need to be Christmas time for that to occur. But sadly, it is only maybe twice a year. Sometime in the summertime, sometime in the wintertime, we get them all together. But we all have lives. We all have that IRL stuff going on. And one thing is true, the older you get, the harder you have to try to get your friends to... Or the harder, I shouldn't say the harder you have to try to get your friends to do something, the harder you have to try as an individual to make sure that friend time is achieved. And that's because IRL gets in the way for both parties unexpectedly, and increasingly over the years, it seems. But nonetheless, if you care about each other, it's always worth doing. It's always a good time. Hello, waterfall. I absolutely do not see any villages. Well, I think what we might do is we might have to dive back down into another cave here. That's a cool looking pillar thing. I like that. Hanging up on the top there. Now I do have some more meat. That is a good thing. But I'm not seeing anything loaded in there. Okay, so... Diamonds? Is that what we're doing? I love exploring this terrain so much. I don't mind being out here. I just don't want it to be too boring for you guys as I'm sort of exploring the area. I need to fix these sound settings. My goodness, 1 second here. Some crazy sounds. Ambient environment. We'll turn the friendly creatures up a little bit. Maybe even the hostiles up a little bit, but man. Take the player down a little bit. There we go. That's a little less deafening in my ears. I just don't want you guys to be too bored watching what is going on. I just really like looking at the landscape, and I get a kick as a geek, as a, you know, computer geek, looking at the generation that this game is doing of the land. You know, I actually get a kick out of it, looking at the way that it's forming and the way that it's thinking to itself, I am going to do this. Thinking in air quotes, of course, but you know, I just love taking a look at it, and I love telling you guys stories and listening to what you guys have to say as well. You know, this episode, or this series, has been great for comments, and not just in the YouTube comments. I get a bunch there as well, but also in the Google Plus comments, in my Twitter box comments, even in the emails section, the inbox section of my YouTubes. Oh, there's something up there. Look at that. I was wondering what this shadow was. You know, I'm getting it all over, and I absolutely love it. So I try and instigate a little bit more, and a little bit more. Poke the bear, see if we can get some more comments out of it. Now, it is getting nighttime. I do not wish to die. I think that I should fall into a cave. And get a little bit of mining out of the way. Huh. Does anybody see? Ah! That hurt. I just fell down that. So let's see if we can find a cave without dying here. Let's traverse up and over. Maybe caves are highly overrated. Maybe we should be braving the nighttime just a little bit here. We are, after all, men of the wild. At least over here. I'm not a woman of the wild, that's for dang sure. But even for your women of the wild, the ones who refuse to shave their leg hairs when they're out exploring in the great unknown, I will represent you well. Because I too refuse to shave my leg hairs when I am out exploring the wild unknown. Look at that. You see this monster pillar right here? Very entertaining. Yee. Hi, guy. Do. Alright. Go down. Thank you very much. Okay. So there has been an awful lot going on in the YouTubes about the copyright claiming. You know, I monetize all my videos. I am not going to change the way that I do it. I've never come into any problems. I don't think that I'm going to come into any problems, and I really hope that some of the people who have come into problems get it resolved. Because there is a very obvious unfairness on one end and an obvious fairness on the other end, so I hope all... Uh-oh, that pig's going to go down. Way down. I hope that everybody gets everything straightened out where it needs to be straightened out, and I just cross my fingers. A friend of mine has had the copyright claim of death against her, and that kind of hit a little bit close to home. So I was hoping that it wouldn't affect me. I was hoping that it wouldn't affect anybody who was near to me. But it's gotten to the near to me bit, and who knows, that may lead to affecting me as well. I really hope it does not, though. Wow. So do we go through there and pop out the other side? That looks really cool down there. Man, I would love to just build in this seed. I might keep this seed. Forget playing this MHC stuff. I might just be greedy and keep this seed for myself and play it after the whole fact. There we go. Okay. Yeepers. I am looking. Geez, I cannot find anything that is worth finding over here. For some reason, my radar has been turned off to find these certificates. Now, I don't even think that's Savannah. I don't think I'm even allowed to be over there. What the heck are nutters? I think we got to kind of follow along the left-hand edge of this here. Let's go take a quick look around and try not to die in the sky. Whew. Let's get a little higher. Maybe not. Let's just keep this big old bump on our left-hand side. And look how much is up there, though. Kind of want to see what is up there. So, up we go. Ha! Bite cliff, Batman. Hee sucker. Mystical worlds of floating goodness all around me here. Up, 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 up. There we go. Jupiters, creepiters, okay. And so, yeah, so to address a little bit of that copyright stuff, I wanted to give some advice to the people who are maybe a little bit afraid of what goes on. Afraid of it happening to them. I say let's just keep our noses clean for a little while, you know, let's just learning over the years, you know, let's just keep our mouths shut for a little bit, let's just keep our noses clean, let's just watch and see what happens, because every single time there is... Do you guys see a village down there? I don't. Every single time there is a change in YouTube, half the people lose it and think that it's a bad thing, and half the people lose it and think that it's a good thing, and it all settles down and everybody forgets about it, and it moves on and we do something else and another thing happens. And so over the years it's been nice to just let it be, let it happen, let it do its thing. Let me know when it's done so that I can then make a decision on it as to whether it's good or it's bad. Man, oh man. Okay. No. 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 Midair, as you're falling, you decide to get one last shot in on me. Well, hit the ground and die, scary sucker. There we go. Blippity blip. Now, one of the comments that I did get on an episode was from the man, the guy who is running the show himself, the big guru, as it were, Micheal Deering. I know he comments on most people's videos and says some stuff, but he said something very pertinent here, and that was, man, it sure is hard to travel in a horizontal line in this kind of terrain. And I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, 100%. It is hard to travel horizontally. That is something that is difficultly achieved when you're playing in this kind of terrain. Just because the uppity up-downedness of it. If you want to go straight, you got to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and repeat, and then go up and down and up and down again. And then maybe you've made it a few blocks horizontally, but for the time being. And over time, I have learned sort of how to do the horizontal mambo with this terrain. with at least a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of speed, a little bit of get-her-done-edness. There we go. So I am not complaining, but I must bring up as well. Snow. I come from a place originally where there's lots of snow and there's lots of cold. It is regularly... I heard you bouncing around down there. Your footsteps. You creeping creeper. I come from originally where there is literally 8 months of winter in northern Canada, and there is regularly minus, you know, in the winter times, minus 20 to 30. Man, that's amazing landscape over there. I wish we could play in that area. Yeah, regularly minus, you know, 20 to 30 kind of deals. And then I wisened up and I moved the hell out of there. I moved to a place, as some of you know, called Vancouver Island, which is just off the coast of the famous Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a fairly big island, but nonetheless, it's in a temperate rainforest. It's very warm here. For example, right now, it's about 12 degrees out Celsius, which is in the 50 or 55 range, I believe, of the Fahrenheit. It's almost Christmas time. I'm just going to do this. Hiya! So, you know, it's 12 degrees or 55 degrees out here. There is no snow. There is no forecast for snow. In fact, there is forecast for sunny skies and warming up over the next week. Wow. Hey. Now, do you guys see something? Are you guys laying witness to what I am laying witness to? I have been here. Oh no, I think we circumnavigated the whole thing now. You just go away. I think we did. This does not look familiar to me, but I mean there's no denying, there's no arguing that this is something that was built by yours truly. Aha! I know this place. It is this place. I recollect and recall. Look at that. There's some food left. Well, that is highly entertaining. Man, come full circle. Is this where I got my diamonds from? Is this the area where I originally got diamonds from? I don't think so. There's too much death and badness around. But maybe it is. Wow. Oh, you guys have no idea how I feel about this. I thought I was out on a big old exploration thingy. Yeah, I recall this spot. You guys remember in the episode I was running down here and there was a big bad guy and there was all this stuff going on? But you know what this does? This sets us up for the next episode. Because we are going to have to be making up our minds on what is going on. There we go. And I think what I would like to do... Yeepers! There we go. I think that I would like to do is... There we go. I think what I'd like to do is I would like to stay down here. I would like to find diamonds. I'd like to make that my goal. We explored the whole dang thing. We ended up back where we started from at some point in time. So we've gone full circle. That leaves a few more episodes left in the month. And that means that we are going to look for the bling. We've already got this much on us right now. 14 diamonds. So let's start finding a little bit more, using them up and being the guy with the diamonds. Nonetheless, it's been the 20-minute mark here, so I greatly appreciate you guys joining in and watching live from Micheal Deering's monthly hardcore challenge. This is Red with a K. See ya.